You are what you eat. Well, at least if you're a slime, that's true. Welcome back, adventurers. Today, we're going to be exploring the weird world of slimes. This type of monster is one you wouldn't soon forget if you saw it, but it is pretty commonplace in a fantasy world. Basically, if a booger had an unstoppable appetite and never stopped growing as long as it was consuming something, that's a slime. You might also know it as a blob or ooze. Essentially, it's a mindless pile of goop. It can appear bouncy like a ball, firm like a pile of expanding jello, or just look like something a giant might sneeze out if it had a cold. There are a lot of slime-like monsters you may come across on an adventure, some friendlier than others. Starting with a shoggoth or shaggoth, however that's supposed to be pronounced, is an H.P. Lovecraft monster, so obviously nightmare fuel. I wouldn't want to meet one of these intelligent blobs that can reshape itself at will. Speaking of blobs, we have the Blob, a well-known movie monster from 1958, which is a carnivorous pink jello monster made of some sort of acid that grows and expands endlessly unless it's frozen. These types of monsters tend to consume anything and everything, but get a certain taste for a type of food and go all in for that one thing. If you're a fan of anime, then you know slimes are probably one of the most commonplace monsters there are in a fantasy world. They can be about as intelligent and threatening as a bubble, as useful as every cleaning supply in the world, or even an impervious main character. They show up everywhere and usually in large groups. A slime monster can be a great choice for a writer who needs a monster to adapt to any situation. So that was a quick dive into slime. Let's get out of here before we find ourselves up to our elbows in jelly monsters.